Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. It is the weekly reset today, so that means that Mythic Plus will open once reset is over. Now they are expecting a bit of a downtime. I believe it is scheduled for 3 hours currently. I'm predicting it's going to be 4 hours because it never goes back on time. But hey, that's just my prediction. But there is a couple things coming in nerf or in the reset. There is more nerfs now. I don't know why they double nerfed Fury Warrior. So, yes, hey, absolutely, Fury Warrior is doing top tier DPS currently, but they do already have a nerf coming in, which is going to be probably around a 3 to 4% nerf on Fury Warrior already, and now they're adding another 3%. So you're going to be around between 6 and 7% nerf on Fury Warrior, which if you look at the DPS throughput, 7% nerf, or even call it 6, we'll call it on the low end, 6% nerf is a huge nerf. Like you're talking, we'll just round it down because it's just easier to do. You're talking 60k. So you are going to now be below Rep Paladins, or right at the Rep Paladin level, probably just below. That is a massive nerf, especially when Fury Warriors tier set is pretty dog shit. Um, that's unfortunate for them. I don't know. I don't get it because you really should see what the tier sets are gonna do before you do this. But yeah, it's they're getting the nerf hammered to them. Arcane Mage is also getting a nerf, but to two abilities, Arcane Blast and Arcane Missile. One is 5, one is 8. So that will also throw Arcane down. And weirdly enough, Enhancement Shaman, they got a buff and a nerf, so it's a little bit of tuning with that one. But Ret Pallies are looking good because they didn't get touched, and so are Outlaw Rogues. What else is coming this week as of today? So this is how it's kind of ended up so far. You can kind of see some weekly raids here. This one just combines a whole lot of logs. This one is like some more top of the logs. But there's a lot of specs that are right in the A tier. A lot of these bottom ones are getting buffed today. Everyone but Augevoker is getting a buff today, so these ones should bump up, and it should actually be pretty balanced after the end of this. So it's looking good there. Some other news going on this week. They're fixing some bugs. Death Knight had some bugs that correctly modifies total strength, was modified on base. Bloodied Blade now correctly modifies total strength, was on base strength. Mage fixed an issue that caused Frostfire Bolt to consume ice flows when instant cast from Frostfire Empowerment. So that's a nice little change. Holy fixed an issue that caused Light of Martyr to grant a larger absorb than expected. Okay. Subrobe, Deathstalker, Mark, and Darkest Night now correctly interact with the combo points. Warlock, yeah, this is a huge one. Ritual Doomed, summon Doomguard, damage reduced by 90%. Apparently there's a combo you could do where your Doomguard would just do otherworldly damage. So that is good. Other things that got buffed and nerfed, Delves. I don't know if you did Delves this week, but they retuned them this week and they were miserable. I'm sure you saw the complaints going around. It was pretty bad. Like delves were not bad before to run because you could run them pretty quick. It wasn't overly tedious. You're probably a 15-minute delve would be a good amount of time to run a delve. But now we went into one yesterday and it was 40 minutes. It was miserable. So I don't know why they changed that. It was absolute dog shit and was not worth it. And now the fact that Mythic Plus is coming out, I'm gonna run fucking Mythic Plus all day long versus a fucking delve that's gonna take the same amount of time. So that is, they just shot themselves in the foot on that. That's my opinion. I think that's absolutely ridiculous that a delve is much shorter and it's gonna take you fucking longer to run. Not smart on their part. They also increased Brand's damage and healing. Yeah, it was pretty dog shit. Increases damage reduction, so he takes 80% less damage. And then they lower the difficulties of enemies attacking players during the wave portion of one of them. They also lowered some of the health of the elite mobs. They took out the mini bosses at some point. But it again, nobody wants to run a fucking 40-minute delve. That's absolutely absurd. So I think they're just pretty much gonna like delves will not be run after this week. You can do Mythic Plus in a shorter amount of time. Most key timers in Mythic Plus 30 minutes. There's only four, well, I guess half or 30 minutes. There's four above it, 32, 33, 34, 35, I believe, are the timers. And you're still coming in less than a delve and getting better rewards. So I think this is going to be a dead thing like Torghast, because it's just not worth running anymore. When they were like 15 minutes, okay, I could see getting keys doing it, but now that you have to go get the keys, run the delves, seems like more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. Dungeons and raids, they tuned a little bit, reduced some damage in the raid. And professions. Oh, there's some neat dungeon buffs that are coming that you can pick up this week. If you're wondering about the dungeons opening today, I know this is kind of a little off topic than buffs and nerfs, but this will help out. City of Threads, if you're a rogue priest or what is it, Taylor in this one, or is it just, yeah, Taylor? You can get 15% increased DPS and HPS and 50% increased movement speed, which will be great. Stone Vault will be warrior, dwarves, and blacksmiths. Sorry, it's engineers. It was not tailors in this one. It's engineers, rogue priest engineers. And you just go click on the little object. In the Stone Vault, you get a 10-minute burst buff. Miss is druids, night elves, taurens, and herbalists. So you click on the seeds, it gives you a nice spawn point and a buff. Necrotic Wake is you get to use the tools. So that is oh, and sorry, the Echoes is tailoring. That's what it was. Arakara, City of Echoes, tailoring, and you will get a 10-second stun that works on Thrilling Voice mini boss. So pretty neat little stun there. Lots of buffs that it can be used, and also to go with your dungeons, you can now get the realistic jumper cables, which is a battle res for classes that don't have one, and you do not have to be an engineer. So, very good thing to pick up if you need it. It is going to be probably invaluable if you don't have one already, but definitely a great thing to pick up. That is the buffs and nerfs. I already covered the major buffs and nerfs coming this week in another video, which I will link here, and you can click and see. But this is going forward as of today. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Deflect, Firm but Fair Gaming. We'll see you in the next video.